Definitely.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, about your journey? How did you start? If you went to college?
Yeah. So basically, it's hard to tell where exactly this career, was started for me because when I was a baby, when I was like 6, 7 years old, I was a TV host back in Russia, and it was like a very, very big TV show, and I was the TV host for 10 years. So, and I think that gave me this feeling that I belong to this industry, because it was a first like proper job for me. We had tours. It was like a absolutely tiring process because we could start at like 12 in the morning and like finish 11 in the night or something like that. And for like a child, it was quite challenging, but I learned so much from it. We had like a boss, like, right, the owner of the program, who would have like those crazy configurations before, when he would like, you do this and you do that, and I would learn something from him because he was like a director for us, right? And then I would think, oh, I would do this, but I would never do this. Just some kind of, he was the very first like coach teacher for me. So yeah, that was the first thing. And after that, and it was a TV show about talents. So, people from all over the country would come and just show their like dancing or like singing performance. So it was exactly what I'm doing now, like, like this industry. So after that, I decided that I'm done. I cannot travel anymore and do all those tours. I want to just spend times with my friends. So when I was 16, I said, no, no more like, show business for me.
That was a long
And
time, no? Like
yeah,
it was.
yeah, it was like my whole life.
Yeah.
And then after that, when I was already 16, I was thinking that I don't want to continue this way. I want to do something different. So I went to the architectural school. So my education is like as an architecture. It was like academy, 6 years and like master degree. And I started painting over there. So I everyone says like, why like so different from what you're doing right now, but it's not actually, because they teach us how to do, like they taught us how to set up lighting. Like it's been a huge course about art, history of art. So basically it was very, very, very close to the industry and to the profession which I picked
It's
after.
still good to know these things and tips, like when you're, like for example, for our department, and you can have it like, I don't know, perspective or measurements, and you can straight away when you come to location, you can be like, oh, okay, we can like manage everything. So it's very helpful, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, true, absolutely. And then after that, I started painting like a lot, and I had exhibitions in Moscow and Paris. I really was so like, deep into the colors. And one day, from nowhere, one lady in Facebook just like hit me up, like, "Hi, I would like to make a movie with the people who involved into the art industry, but not into the directing. I want fresh look." So I said, why not? And back in this time, I just got my baby, like my first baby. So it was interesting for me to like new baby, new life, to try something completely different. So I said, yeah, let's do it. And I didn't know anything about the like, video filming process. So all I could do is just to write to draw like a cool, presentation and everything. So this part was like sketches and everything was the best, but the other one I have to like, in 2 weeks to learn from like TV shows and films and just a little bit, and like, just to Google stuff, because I did not have any, professor under me who would tell me what to do actually. So yeah, something like that. But I'm still in touch with this lady and she's still helping me. But the project never happened, by the way. So the financial part just, I don't know, it happens with investors sometimes. So we never made a movie. And it's supposed to be a movie with like 6 different parts, 6 different directors. So my part was just 11 minutes. But I had this desire to do something. And I said, I'm going to make a music video for like one of our best, like biggest musician in Russia. And the musician will not have to pay me anything. and that's how I will get in the industry, I thought.
Mhm.
And the musician is big, he says label, he said, you like, what have you done before? I said, nothing, but it will be great music video. You've never done anything like that. He said, I will pay you not to touch my career, because
Oh
who
no.
are you? Yeah. And then I went to another one, and another one said, how much are you going to charge me? I said, not like nothing. It's like, I have money because I was selling my paint, and that's how I got a badge, to make it for someone. I thought that is the easiest way to just for them not to pay and for me to shine, but everyone said no. And one artist who wasn't big but he was very talented, he said, let's try. And it was like massive production. We have like sky lifts everywhere. Like I put everything I could to make it big. And that's the to be honest, it was like one of the uh, most, I don't know, intense pre-production in my life, like ever, because I wanted to show them that we can, and it went well. And the producer of this artist is the owner of 7 big TV channel, like TV, I mean music channels in Russia. So then this music video that we made was just everywhere. And the third of them, already, the music video that I've done already won an award like for the best music video of the year, and we got 4 million views on YouTube. So it's just
But
yeah,
how did you find the crew? Because you didn't have any experiences. I guess you
no.
didn't know the people in the industry. So how did you find the people to work with? Like, did you just approach them on the internet? Like, you saw their work and you were like, oh, let's collaborate? Or
It was very fun. Basically, from the day one, I thought that I need production. In production, all production that I knew was like a wedding production. People who just now it's like a joke, right? But before I thought it's the same thing, weddings. Or I was so like out of nowhere, like I thought that. And then the day before shoot, they said it's too risky because they have to. The deal was them to cut all expenses like in 2 pieces, like so share all expenses with me. And then the night before, they said, you know what, we don't want to pay, we don't want to be involved, we don't want. And I
last
was like
minute.
crying, like just one night before, and I borrowed like the second part of it from my dad, saying that, oh please, I really want to make it. And he said, okay, fine, let's do it. And I was so pleased that the guy said no, but I did not have no one, like. And this evening, like before it's all was like a big crash, we went to the like concert. It was like, I don't know if you guys have it, but in Russia it was like a theater of cats. It's like instead of actors, it was like cats everywhere, and it was just a disaster. But one of the DPs who was filming that, so someone decided to film this like show. He just jumped on the
But wait,
stage.
wait, you're a bit frozen. I don't, yeah, I will, yes. Okay, it's fine now.
Okay. So yeah, he jumped on the stage and he was so confident with everything that he was doing. And so after I decided to talk to him, like, what are you gonna do tomorrow? He said, nothing. Why? I said, can I like do like just to try to start the conversation. And he showed me one video on the phone that he was filming his like girlfriend or wherever, like on the rooftop, and it was like a very beautiful like backlight, and her hair was flowing, and I just fell in love with this clip. And he didn't have that big of experience. Now he's like the biggest DP in Europe. He makes a huge commercial like in Coca-Cola and Ev and everything. Way before he's my age, all that he could show just this clip, but I felt, oh yes, that's what we need. But he was a student of a very big filming school, so he had connections. That's how we made it all like in a couple hours.
That's so good. Like, it's so good how you all made it without no
Just
experience. It's just
sometimes
like, yeah.
sometimes luck is the best thing you can ever have. I had so many stories when it's just everything just falling apart, and then wow, just crazy. I can talk and talk and talk because like wow.
We can do another interview focused on
Yeah.
that.
It's a part of the job, honestly, just all this crazy adventure. Even though I'm not a producer, I'm always somehow involved with money and with like, you know,
it's like mixture. If you need, I
explosion.
don't know, DP, you can like jump on it. If you need like I don't know,
Yeah.
someone on our department, you can do that thing. I remember it was maybe a year ago or 2 years ago because I'm still studying. And
Mhm.
I was so motivated to do something, but I had no experience because at school I'm also studying like live events, so it was
Mhm.
more focused on that. And
Mhm.
I'm like, I just want to do something, and I texted so many artists in UK, like, oh, let's do like I don't know music video. I'm gonna do it for free, so the same way as you did, but nobody even answered. Nobody bothered to answer me. So yeah, maybe now I
You
will
keep
try.
trying. Keep trying. Yeah. It does work sometimes, like even with the agencies. Like I came from nowhere to like United States with already like a big portfolio. Like I've met maybe 200 video back in Europe. But even though like even with all those, background, people already had those directors and everything, and the agency was just closed for me because like my English was like very poor. It still is, but it was way worse before. So basically, I was knocking everywhere trying out, and then the best agency somehow say, "Yeah, come." Yeah, like two of them. One of them it was art partners in New York, but their thing was just to move to New York, and I wasn't ready because I was in love with LA. And then riveting the company agency, wherever you can call them, they said, "Yeah, come please," and yeah, I joined them, and I think that they are great and they are very big and they've been like for 20 years in market. So I'm
What's the
very
name of the agency?
riveting entertainment.
Ah, okay. Well,
Yeah, they work mostly with rap artists, but now we are making movie together with them. So we'll see.
nice. So I want to focus today before I will jump on something else because I can see like I will discuss everything. I would like to talk about your music video which you done with Jay Anthony and Pillow
Yeah,
called Hella Fun. So how
yeah.
did you enjoy that one? Was it hella fun or?
It was hella fun. It definitely was. It wasn't the second time for me to work with. It wasn't the first time for me to work with Pilo. We've done one music video called Bamboo before, so I already knew what to expect. And he's so open to any crazy ideas, and he's so easy to work with. And even if it's just empty room, you put him in the middle, he will do like a crazy performance and it will be done. So basically, when I was writing the script, I already knew that he worked with me before and we liked each other, like as a director and an artist, and I'll get this job. And also we have like the agency like Riveting, they're so supportive, and one of the producers, Erica, she said, "Oh yeah, we will get it, just please write on a budget because we will get it." So basically how the process works, they send the song to like all directors that work for the company, and then the artist pick and he's like management or whatever. So yeah, when on the stage of the treatment, I have a treatment with me I can show. I already knew that we're gonna do it. I just know. There is no way he would say no for this one. Yeah.
So how was the whole idea born? Like, did you came up with the idea or yes?
Yeah, yeah, I did. Just like funny, cool visions, lots of references because I always like say everyone like who like asking me like how can we get to the industry, like just look for lots of like magazines, movies before you making your treatment. And it's not bad that you do something not like unique or anything. You will do it unique, you will bring it like in through your vision, but don't be shy or don't be like afraid to not to copy but to have a inspiration from something else. And I can show you the treatment and then what we got. So it does look a little bit the same but not.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point, that's the way I work. Yeah.
I'm very visual. I don't know about you, but when I do treatment, I'm working on one right now and I have just loads of pictures and no text. So I'm curious like how your treatment looks like.
It's funny. I'm not sure if I'm able to speak about this part, but in Europe, like when I used to work, like it was like a little bit of pictures, and then the rest is just like a heavy text about how I feel it, and like as a writer, I would think how to express myself. When I came to LA, one person who already makes like crazy stuff in LA, like a big producer, he said, Maria, your artists, most of them are rappers. What rappers like to do? I said, I don't know, like rap. She said, no, they like to smoke a lot. And when you smoke a lot, all you don't want to read. That's just the last thing you want to do, but you want to see. You want to, like, your vision, like sense are very, very bright at this moment. So I'm not sure if I'm legal to say it because, like, obviously in America it's fine, but I'm not sure about where you're gonna go.
Everywhere, even in Eastern Europe. So.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. For the artists, they don't want to. For those creative people, they don't want to read. They want to see. So now I follow your way. Lots of pictures. Okay. So basically, that's what they got. Pilo and J. Anthony. It says Wiz Khalifa, just cut it out because he's supposed to join this, but he didn't. Okay, I'm not sure if I am allowed. It's just the very first like one that I made. Can I? How do I do it? How do I?
It should be so. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you can see. Basically, there is a very nice, talented artist on Instagram. And I took this purple, screenshotted the purple picture. So, of course, we didn't bring this to the world, but it was so inspiring and so dreamy. And I knew that Pila would love it because it's very far from, reality. And it's far from like a standard rap video. It's a little bit more like romantic but fun, and the colors are bright. And for the J. Anthony part, I thought that this waterfall would work great. Treatment, I will not speak that much about the treatment, but I'll speak about the actual part a lot. And that's like a little bit of girls. I wanted them to be a little bit more classy from the beginning, since I always trying to bring some European, part to the like heavy rap industry. So I thought they were very elegant, like green grass. Yeah. So then you can see this nice caption, like wherever croissant, wherever it is. I really like the spilling chocolate part, and I copied this, like this, but you will see it. Then a little bit of artsy stuff, so lots of chairs, and you can see that every single chair has this like top light, so you can see like the lighting behind the chairs. If you can see it. So of course it's like in the museum they had just lots of spotlights into the chairs, but we brought this effect in a different way. I'll show you how. And then like a little bit of beauty, of course, because all rap artists loved it. And then VFX Moon. And this part, like before we send the treatment, the producer said, are you sure that we can make it in the budget? Because they usually tell us the budget and then we write in it. But I really, really wanted the moon. So yeah. Yeah, so from the beginning, I like to use this loop effect in my videos. So when we start from something and when we finish, with the same feeling. So it's like the very easy way, like movie Titanic, we can see like when it's all destroyed and everything in the beginning, it just brings a little bit of dramatic moment. Even if it's like a funny light song, it's still cool to have to catch some emotions. So this folk is actually from the very last scene, but that's how the video, starts. Then those ladies, a little bit, you can see this purple background as in the reference that I show you. But it's an interesting thing how we made it. It was a white studio, just white walls. And we didn't, it's a VFX, but we didn't make it through the green walls. We used a green light. So basically it was white thing. And we, as a projector, we put like a bright green color on it. So it looked like we paint the walls with green, but we did not.
So it's a difference when you have the green light and green wall. So if you have the green wall, maybe it's more sharp. And if you have the light, it's more dreamy. Or what's the difference?
Just to make it easier for production, because it's, you can save money and time. It's just one click and it's white. You don't need to repaint it and everything. And sometimes a director has to think about moments like that, because if we have a limited budget, so we cut the budget here a little bit, but then we made the moon. So it's always a moon scene. I mean, it's always like you have to make sure that, unless you have unlimited budget and you don't care at all. But for me, sometimes it's better to struggle a little bit. And we had a little bit of issues with this green light, because as you see, we had the white furniture and some like white clothing, if you can see the J. Anthony. So it was hard for people to cut them out and bring the effects behind, but they still made it. And yeah, I'll show you then. I have pictures from the set, and you will see that it's just light, and it's cool. I've never done anything like that before. So basically you have a wall behind you, you put the green light behind the person, so the person doesn't get the green face, and then you just click it, K it, and put anything you want behind. So yeah, we made this dreamy feeling, and you can see the waterfall. It looks way different than the reference, but the artist already can feel it and can just imagine how it will look. And J. Anthony as a pillow, they both had such a great energy, so you don't need to talk to them a lot. You just like, okay, I just want to catch your nature. I don't want to do anything more than that.
You could see from the music video, like for example, J. Anthony, like he was like vibing, you could see like he's enjoying.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun for everyone. It wasn't like, oh yeah, we're ready. Like, it was like a fun game, and directing. It's a fun game, and you get paid for it. So it's great. You travel all over the world. Like, it's a fun, cool job. Yeah, what I wanted to say, of course, it's just very fun, light video, but I really wanted to add a little bit of piece of, like symbolism and like thoughts and into it. So everywhere we have like a circle symbol, and it's like sunset, sunrise. We start from the sunset, sunrise, and it's like we can see like a circle shape behind him. We can see the circle shape in the middle. It's like a crystal ball. I really wanted to save it, but our department said it will be so hard to key the ball because it's clear, and we can struggle because of this green light and everything. But I said no, pillow will cover it, so they can just key it separately and add this light inside, and you can see there is like some life inside of this crystal ball. But I really wanted,
Sorry. I just wanted to ask about the ground, because it's green, so it's still the background. It's still the green light, right?
Yeah, but it's like way different tone of it, so it wasn't an issue. First, we wanted to make it blue, so it's a little bit different, but we had no issues with that because it was so much lighter and they came pretty easy. The problem was for them with this wall. So every time when pillow would move a little bit like that, I had to cut those moments, even if they are cool. They were cool. So when it's like that and covered with his body, then it was fine. But like that, it was, we would just miss the image. And as you see with the reference, you can see this, like cups and wherever it is, like a little bit of feeling of the like nice petite breakfast. So yeah, even though the ladies were proper up, but it still was with element of European
balance.
That's true. Yeah, you can see the spilling coffee thing. And I showed you in a reference. I really wanted to like do it, and ladies, I asked them like, can you just do it like I want the coffee overflow everywhere, and they said, why? But like, just please do it. And she's like, okay, and she was twerking and pouring it. It was fun.
I like it, but does it have some like deeper meaning for you? Like, is there something in your mind like how you wanted it?
Yeah, like this circle shape, and it's everywhere even in this tablecloth, like a circle in the middle, and the like moons and like stars and everything. So I wanted to bring this vibe of the like that the artist has no limits from the day till the night. We all having fun, and it's not like fun. It's a hell of fun. And sometimes it could be dramatic. And sometimes everything can, just overflow, like your ambitions, your emotions, your inspiration, like everything. So basically, that was the meaning of it.
Yeah, that's how I understood it. I just wasn't sure if you meant it the same way. Like, like it's just like over everything, like it's
Yeah.
too much.
Everything too much. That's true. And we used a very nice transmission, like when you from one clip to another one, like this, the transitions. Yeah, we really wanted to make it very, very smooth. So in this, from this scene to another, there is a girl like that. She's walking, like that, and she covers the camera, and then the next shot is this one. So it's so smooth, so you don't even realize what's going on. Like just very, very smooth one. And you can see a disco ball here. So it's again the symbol of circle. You will see it in every single scene. This element, I really wanted to bring it to like a symbol of, I don't know, like that life never ends. That it's like our world, and like what comes around goes around, and like just that basically. This is an interesting part. This room looks quite big, right, for you, but the room is tiny. We just used the wide lens and crazy small space. We even painted it black. It was a different color before. We used the studio quite a lot. But yeah, it's Escarpment in a way. I really like the studio, and the owner Chris is just a soulmate. So yeah, basically we painted and we use a very wide lens and a very, very tiny space, and like dark colors. Just this, we point one of the lightings onto this disco ball, and then the very bright outfits of the artist bring some like a fire effect in it. And artists did such a great job with performing. We could show their bodies here because the lens is so wide, and it's like it brings you a very cool like distortion, a little bit of the proportions of the body, which gives you like a little bit of like trip effect, which we really wanted to have.
I like that it's not too much. It's just like, like basic thing, but it makes such a difference.
Yeah, it's very easy to make, and it's not expensive, but it looks like it brings the feelings. Everything that we have to do is just to bring the feeling at the end of the day. Even if it's like someone like back in the days when they had like TVs, you can just click in the middle and just start watching it, not from the beginning to the end. It's like, it's not the video when you have like a big story or something, but just needs to bring joy. Yeah, mood. Yeah, and that's the thing. And what is it called? Transition.
Transition, yeah.
Transition. This one, we just so we finish this clip. We turn the camera to the disco ball, and we start here from the disco ball also. So it was very smooth also. So it's not. It doesn't look like a one shot, but it's a cool little trick. Here we didn't have an anamorphic lens, but we brought this vibe of it because of the filter, and the filter gave us those lines. Do you see them? And it's usually how anamorphic lens works. So it's also this little trick as a DP brought into the world. They just made the project looks more rich, I would say, but it wasn't that expensive. And you can see every single chair had the backlight that we just grabbed this light under the chair seat. And we made the floor wet. So it's a very nice trick. Anytime you film somewhere where the ground is not as beautiful and shiny as you want, just pour water like as much as you can, and it gives you the shine, it gives you reflection. So we build a very cool, I can say, vibe just using water and those lamps. And I will show you later. It's just from Amazon, those like small things that you can put in the wardrobe or wherever. It's just very like cheap and easy, but it's quite bright, and it did like a great job. And then the clothes, you can see the color tone of the outfits, it's just nude, so it's like a little bit of trick how to make them look like they're naked, but they are not. I really like to use it like all the time. You can see this is the Tiger's music video, Cash Money, and it's just ladies, just one window, but all of them wear the same nude color like ladies. And he loved this scene, and I did too, because it just, looks cool.
It's sexy but natural at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the same. Then we transition that we used here was like underwater effect. I'm not sure if it's easier or not to make it, because I've never done any VFX myself, but I do edit all work that I do. I edit myself. So basically, yeah, this a little dreamy water effect we use for transition, and then we brought it to the moon. This is the moon.
Coming.
Yeah, moon is coming. You can see the reflection, and it's again the shape of the circle of the moon, of the sun, whatever. But even here you can see in the left side the circle thing, so it's like a tiny little detail, but brings joy to me. And here also, and that's what the moon, that's how it looked like. It's all shot in one day. It's all one studio, and it wasn't a big budget at all. But we built the pool for it. So guys, actually, they stood in the water, and the fog is real, but the studio is way smaller than that, and we extended the right and left part to make it look that wide and cool. The moon was practical. It was a green round screen, huge. It was 12 feet high, like huge. I have photos, but yeah, it's again, so this loop effect was started from the sun, and then it's night, and we had fun for the whole day. And then J. Anthony and Pilo, they started dancing in between shots when we were not filming them, and they did like a funny moves all together, and it was like a cool little dance. And I said, wow, that's nice. And then the girls, they already were trying to take off the clothes and everything, and I said, no, we need our two ladies, can you guys teach them how to do this, because it is fun. And they all were dancing this a strange dance all together, but this element, they loved it, because it's just an easy thing. And then they said in the concert show people do it, so it's fun, because sometimes you have to
become a social dance.
Yeah, just in between of the takes, you have to watch what your artists do, so you can bring and open it more into the world. You have to be a very, very good therapist, I would say, to know who are you filming, and to make the person happy, because you're not filming it for a museum. It's not that big as you think. You have to make your artist happy, and you have to make his audience happy, and you have to do it all through your emotions and your experience. Yeah. And if you want, I can show you how we did it, a little bit of the backstage.
Yes, please.
So basically that's a green light. It does look green, right? And we just put all those tapes to do marks. It's easier for VFX, but yeah, the only element that was practical is this cloud. So, and it was a cool mix to have a practical cloud in the front, and then to build up this vibe with the VFX, and yeah, and the ladies
like some kind of depth, no, like.
Yeah, it does bring the depth, exactly. Yeah, you have, so it makes a little, but the thing is that in this music video, like, this cloud looks real, no, we didn't want to make it too real. It's all like a joke a little bit, even the VFX and the backgrounds, they don't look as real, they just look fun. Even like sometimes we can see like how they cut it, it's not even that much. This scene is just a little bit of joke, yeah. And that's the furniture, right? And you can see those reflections. Every single chair has a light behind. if you like in the water.
It's funny how it's changed, like really how you can see, now from these pictures, it looks different than in the music video. I guess it's like grading and everything together and effects, but it's just, I don't know. I love this difference which
Yeah.
you can see.
Yeah, especially here. What do you see? Like just a couple chairs. It's my friend's company, the Crafteriors commercial part. He just provided all this furniture for free, just to make us happy. The great furniture pieces, mid-century style, by the way. But yeah, just that. And in the end, you see the whole world with like changing, like colors and everything. Those lights just from Amazon, and it's just crazy how it works. Just I love to order like lots of strange stuff and bring it to the set. Once I ordered like 100 lavender flowers, fake ones from Amazon. It was like maybe $200 for all of them, and we made such a crazy set. Just imagine the lady sitting and like all those flowers around. It was beautiful, and they looked so real. That's how they work on the our lead actress, and she had a Beats headphones all the time, so it was our product placement. That's the moon.
Oh,
Yeah, you can see the pool, but it's not that big. But the moon actually was huge. You can see in the other pictures because there is like a person next to it, and the moon is like four maybe people height. It was impressive, and we were praying for it not to fall because our our art director, his name is Matthew. He's crazy, and he's so, like, you can show just a little bit to him, like a little bit of references, and he just blew up on set. He loves his work so much, and it's so cool to build this team. And thanks Riveting for did it for me, because every single person just have this. It's the proper job for them. They do it every day. It's not like for directors we do it maybe like, I don't know. It depends of the people, but I mean maybe once a month, once a week. But for them, they do it all the time, nonstop. They live in LA and they have all those projects. But every single time, somehow they're so open to just to make something crazy. Not it's just wow. Yeah, so basically this is the moon. You can see how little the person is and how big the moon is.
yeah. And how do you work when you are on the set? Like, do you talk to your DP a lot, or you do everything in pre-production and then you are just following the plan, or you are improvising on the set?
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, it is an interesting question. To be honest, I don't like any scripts or like a proper preparation. Now I have to, because I direct remote, like online. So I'm here in UK and I still directed in Los Angeles, and that's a big preparation work, like 7 days before. Just we go through every single clip to make sure that my second director, assistant director, can bring what I want even when I'm not there, because I usually like to change everything during the set. And I do trust people who I work with. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like DP or if it's art department or even artists came up with the idea. I don't have an ego saying no, we're gonna follow the thing that I had before in my mind. But I really like to make changing during the thing, because it's only for better. You have a structure, but then you feel it with like colors and emotions, and it makes it real. So yeah, when I even can cut out some scenes and add different ones, and I'm a big headache for the ADs, because they like to do everything, to plan everything. Like producer, maybe first works they a little bit shaking, but then they trust, they know that everything will be fine, because I do work very fast. I don't need like 100 takes. I need one, but good. I don't like to do any rehearsals before, because I know that the first shot, sometimes for some people, like for most people to be honest, is the best, because they're real. They just, of course I love to use like lots of physical stuff as water. Like one water flowing onto the person, like it brings such a crazy emotions, and you cannot rehearse it. It's very great to work with unprofessional artists sometimes, who just can, scream and shout when, there is a music loud playing, and it's the first feeling that they having. And it's just such a blessing to just catch them, those moments, and save them forever with the music video wherever you're filming. So yeah, I really like to change everything.
But it's like I can't imagine that you are directing now from the UK, like so hard. Like
Yeah,
okay, so there's the another person, like your assistant, who is doing everything on the set, but you are doing all the preparation or the guidance, all the
yeah, yeah,
guidance.
yeah. And there I have an ego because I really want to bring myself there, but I can't. So I have to, to make sure that everything is going the way I want. And I think this is the only one thing that I really want to control, because I want to be there, even then I'm not. So yeah, we trying to, to work together before as much as we can, and then just the AD is rocking it. And I'm so like blessed to have a very, very cool person who is, we just start working with, and those shoot went so well. And I had this feeling that I'm there, and that, I have this adrenaline. I didn't sleep all night because they were filming, and the next day I didn't want to sleep. I wasn't tired because I had this, like this feeling.
Excitement. Yeah.
Yeah, excitement. I was there with them for sure.
So are you mostly doing music videos? Like you said, now you are planning or doing the film, but
Yeah,
so mostly you do the music videos, right?
yeah, for 11 years now,
Oh,
and it's been too long. um, yeah, and I really want to move more to the movies, and I know that this Corona thing and everything happened, but we're still moving on, and I'm blessed to work with Riveting, who are very like pushing, and they have this fire inside to make this project happen. We already have a script; it's solid, it's completed. So we're working on the cast right now, and locations and everything. It will be made in Tulum. So
do you have some topics, like some themes which you really want to discuss, which you really want to tell in the films, in the movies? Like, do you have something on your mind which really is like, oh my God, I need to
yeah,
tell this to the world?
yeah. Yeah, the music video that I showed you before, I cannot say that it's like proper me, because I really like to do weird like stuff a little bit, but like dramatic part of it is so much more important for me. Like as a female director, it's like it's so trendy to say. It's in LA, it's just such a trend, to be female in any way. But yeah, we have something different to say, and we feel the world different for sure, and like we have this sensitivity, and this pain inside of like a broken hearts or whatever and it's just funny, but it does work. But when you have like some sort of sadness inside, and you can just explode it in the thing that you make. I would definitely want to say lots of things about motherhood, because I'm a mom of two now, and I had certain emotions with the first child, and now different emotions with my second. Of course, I would say about motherhood, about love, about just inspiration of life in general. There are some topics that I would never talk about, but like political stuff, or about like I cannot say that blockbusters are mine. I would not be great in that because it's not me. But like about freedom, about love, about just simple but very deep stuff. I would love to talk more through my vision.
Like I'm working now on one dance video, which
Mm-hmm.
I'm like planning right now, and I really want to show, because we were pushed, or I don't know, it was presented that us as a women we should be like strong and like independent, and like
Yeah,
everything was like, let's present us as a powerful women. But I feel like we are already like confident, like we are powerful and stuff. So I would like to show that we can be sensual and we can be emotional at the same time as like powerful and strong. Like you
yeah,
can you can have both as a woman. You don't need to be just super strong and hide your emotions, but you can have both, and that's the beautiful about us.
Yeah, send me the video. Yeah, it is a thing that I disagree that with. I'm on the same page with you that woman has to be always super strong. Yeah, we have to go through some stuff and we have to be strong. But if we will be strong all the time, as you said, we will just be lonely because I can see it in America. I love America. I love American people and like everything that America have opened to me. But I can see that women are fighting for their emancipation, for their, like all those things. And then they said how lonely they are. And it is a thing about LA. The people, like all of them, having so many pets and everything because they just want someone to wait for them when they come home. And it is a city of like broken hearts and lonely people. But I know that American dreams are exist and they do come true. Okay.
And thank you so much for the talk today. I
Thank
enjoyed
you so much. It was such a pleasure to meet you. Okay.